Hello everyone. It's James again. And before I start today's video, I just want to quickly say, all work in this video contains 100% original content of and by myself James Smith, otherwise known as Bgood 4000, and was uniquely created with NAWMAL software, by myself James Smith. As I purchased commercial rights from NAWMAL to produce my unique and original video with this software. Commentary is uniquely my own thoughts, feelings, and expressions. Now that I have that out of the way, I do hope your day is going way better than fantastic. And your journey to self-betterment is going way better than fantastic as well. Today I wanted to revisit the case of the alleged person deletion plot that was alleged to have been ordered by a former Georgia beauty queen, Lindsay Shiver, and allegedly was supposed to be carried out by either her new boyfriend or a third man or both of them. I'm telling you, you have to please be careful who you let into your life, let alone marry. And we've all been there. At least those of us from the narcissistic abuse community. Because we sadly took the bait and ended up with people that could have literally ended our lives. Now please keep in mind innocent until proven guilty. However, it's not looking too good, as there is new body cam footage from the officers that arrived at Shiver and her husband's mansion. The husband that it said he was the one to be bumped off and deleted by his wife and two other guys. Allegedly. Allegedly. And just so you know, the husband's name is Robert Shiver. He's a former NFL football player and a successful businessman. But in this video, you see Lindsay tell the officers they were about ready to go to the Bahamas on a family trip though they filed for divorce. So forth and so on. And somehow Robert became aggressive. But when they talk to Robert, he says, "Look, here's what's happening. We are supposed to go on this family trip to their house in the Bahamas. And that once they land after flying in his private airplane, that Lindsay said she will go her own way and stay with her new boyfriend there. And Robert should just take the children and go to their house. And he said he's not going to do that at all. And he doesn't want her on his jet." Well, it turns out they went still the next day. And the third man involved in all of this was arrested for completely different reasons. Possibly stealing or burglary or something like that. And they found text messages confirming he was supposed to bump off Robert at Lindsay's request. So as soon as Lindsay and Robert along with their children landed, Lindsay was quickly arrested. Now it looks like there might have been a mistake in the reporting from last week. Because I believe I read that Robert put up the bail to have Lindsay and the two other men released. But it's now said that Lindsay's bail was put up by her family. However, Robert okayed the release. Here's the thing. This is all allegedly and hypothetical at this point. However, let's just for sake of argument assume what is alleged is true. I hope it's not. Because who wants someone in this situation? I sure don't. But if it is true, this would clearly be a case of narcissistic abuse. One of the tells, in my opinion, is for the abuser to force the other party to fund and facilitate the narcissist's extramarital affairs, knowing there is nothing they can do about it. It's like a sadistic turn of the blade, metaphorically speaking. There are those that might not be as well off as this couple is. And the cheating narcissist will say, "Well, we are getting a divorce. And until we are able to move away from each other, you just have to understand I have a life too. And I should be able to bring my new boyfriend or girlfriend or whoever I want over. Because it's my right and you can't stop me." You see. Could have Robert been the bad guy in all of this in regards to the divorce happening? Sure. But if these alleged evil plots are true, I don't think so. Because that's the job of the narcissist. To muddy the waters. And make it so it's hard to tell who is in the wrong. And what is really going on. However, the last thing an abuse victim or someone that is being wronged will want to do is to run out and get a new boyfriend or girlfriend in the middle of such a disaster. Though I'm sure it's happened. It's usually the last thing on their mind. They just want to get to safety. Let alone wanting to bring a new person around and flaunt them and have them spend the night in their shared family home with their current husband or wife. So when I see that Lindsay allegedly wanted to go to the Bahamas to hook up and hang out with her boyfriend, and to heck with her husband and children. If this is true, this tells me all I need to know. But we shall see how things come about and develop. But my main point of this video is regarding how society is these days. With the money. Yes. Money is important. We need it to pay our bills and so forth and so on. But there is this big push to replace money over humanity. You see, we live in a messed up situation where many people are having a hard time financially. Yet, people aren't being told to pair up with someone that cares and is hard-working. Because the truth be told, there are more single people than ever before. And if society didn't push this money over people thing, but pushed decency, love and kindness, the money thing would work itself out naturally. Because you would have people paired up, and they would be able to save together. That is if you didn't end up with a narcissist. But sadly people get their money, and they use it as bait to attract a so-called wife or in some cases a so-called husband. Because there are men out there stealing women's money too. However, I can say as a cartoon man, men are told if you don't have it going on with your money, you are a loser. YouTuber Olivia Alexa made a video recently called "Struggling Men Will Always Be the Prize." And in it she talked about the negative stereotype that men that don't have a lot of money are losers. She said she never grew up with a lot of money. And she just looked at people for the content of their character. That it should be about if they are hard-working. Are they battling through their problems? Are they warriors in the sense they are always trying their best? And do they care? Are they kind? Are they loyal? Are they decent? You never or rarely hear about these being qualities that should be looked for. So at least from the cartoon male perspective, you have a small percentage of these guys making a lot of money, thinking they will attract the mother of their children. Then you have the rest or most of the other men, faking it until they make it, hoping they can at least show they have enough to be seen as a viable option. And all that you are opening yourself up for is this right here. And I know I'm using the cartoon male perspective, but this goes for you ladies too. Maybe you have things going wonderfully in your life, and you find what you believe is a super great guy. You don't have to show your wealth. Because one of the main ways I can tell a narcissist in a long-term relationship, if they are married or if they are living together, they seem to always argue or want to argue about money. Even if you aren't rich, they will accuse you of being lazy and other people being more successful. If you are rich, they will claim you don't spend enough money on them. So they can get you onto that never-ending proving hamster wheel that goes on and on, where you are buying and it's never enough. You see, though, there are broke narcissists and rich narcissists, and poor scapegoats and rich scapegoats. But one of the best things you can do for yourself if you meet someone you really like and you hit it off, don't try to show off. You don't have to buy their love. And the moment, and I do mean the moment, this person complains about a gift you bought them or didn't buy them, the relationship is over. It's over. They are speaking to you loud and clear who and what they are. Now this might be hard, because they might have been the sweetest angel, or so you thought, when you first met them. They might even have said to you, they don't need much and they don't require fancy gifts. All of this is done just to hook you. So when they do the switch on you, you will be so confused and trying to reason with them, hoping the person you met 1, 2, or 3 years ago will show back up. But I have news for you. That person was a complete fabrication. They were a complete lie. This is why you need to slow things down and talk deep to yourself and talk deep to God. And you have to see it like a bad gambler. The more you put on the card table or in the slot machine, the more you will lose. But every now and again, the house will let you win a small amount back just to keep you at the table until you've not only gambled all of your money away but all of your life away too. Look, this story is all too common. True or not? There have been plenty of cases like this that have come to be true for us to know these types of relationships are a problem. And sadly, this is why people aren't signing marriage documents anymore. Because they are literally afraid. Afraid they could not only lose all of their money, but they might be deleted for insurance money and for the narcissist to get custody of their children. All the while they run off to have fun with another narcissist or psychopath boyfriend or girlfriend. Now, this isn't to say you can't enjoy your wealth if you have it. But as I've mentioned before, there are some individuals, once they come into money, they still keep their old first house they ever bought, or their most recent car before they were able to buy their super nice luxury car. And make sure this person is as solid can be before you bring them around your nice house or you let them ride in your luxury car. And if you are broke, there is no need to buy gifts you can't afford and go to events that are beyond your budget just to get someone to like you. Because once you can't do these things anymore, they will be gone like the wind. Deal with someone that is consistent and consistently likes being around you. So much over time. Over decent amount of time develops. Not just on day 1 or 2. But develops real love for you no matter what you have or don't have. Because ask yourself a question. Do you think this woman really ever cared about this man? Or do you think she saw him as a great payday? Narcissists and other toxic people are indeed capable of the long con. They can have children, get married, and then after time has passed try to force you to fund their new relationship with their boyfriend or girlfriend. And sometimes even worse. They might try to end your life. But in this case we have to see what happens. But why should you take the chance with your life? And dangling your money out there is like dangling raw meat off of the back of a boat in shark-infested waters. Something to think about. With that said, I do hope your day is blessed. And until next time, bye for now. And be good to yourself.